Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Where all this glowstone we have come from?
I mean, probably
the Nether?
from either it could be from the Nether. The hell was it called? Ender Quarry.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about
Because
the Ender Quarry.
Yeah, that was running in there for quite a while.
You're popping me. I wonder if that's coming through or if it's just on my end.
How poppy?
Like snap crackle poppy.
Like constantly?
Yeah, every time you talk. I don't. Again.
No, not constantly. Just every time you talk, or any sound comes out of your microphone.
Yeah, I didn't say no. I said yes every time you talk. That was a definite yes.
I mean, I've had some problems with my microphone in the recent past, so let me get to a place where I'm safe. And
it's just one of those things where, of course, I moved all my cords, so now I don't know if the problem is me or you. You know.
Well, and since I've had problems with my microphone, I want to do a real quick test. I just listened to myself briefly, so the audience will hear a nice echo once I get to that stage. But there's too many of these goddamn slimes. I don't feel safe anywhere. Recording settings. Let's see. Properties, levels.
Are you
listen?
popping?
I don't know. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Testing. Ooh. Oh yes, I hear what you're saying. I just lost.
He died. We'll
Jet.
miss him.
Hey, test.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, you're not popping anymore. You fixed it.
That's good. I messed with the cord.
Oh, you had the same problem I had a minute ago.
Well, I gotta turn off. Hold on, I'm still echoing through my. That's better. I think what's happening with my microphone is the USB connection.
Oh no, is Poppy again.
Jesus Christ! I hate you.
It's not me.
It's you. It's all you. It is all you. I don't know what to do. Hi, stupid slime! Get away! You son of a bitch.
Yeah, the magnesium, the magma tubes are annoying. You know, needing ore and it not just coming to us on its own is annoying.
I know. I mean, we could just set up an ender quarry up here.
I guess we could. I wonder what the density of this ore is. That's a thing we could do.
It is. The only problem is we need a handful of it for a rocket, and then you don't need it anymore.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is they go all the way up to tier 10. So we need it. We need quite a bit of it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right, because we have to keep remaking them. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to clear. I think they just appear in front of me.
Oh, they do. I've definitely had that happen, and they disappear too. I couldn't get out of the fucking one of the places because they were just everywhere, and then when I come back, they were just all gone. Hey,
I'm testing again. I don't hear the poppiness anymore, though.
No, yeah, right now you're good, actually.
Okay, so that's if I'm really good.
Oh no, it just popped again.
No, I don't think. I mean, I have a no. I don't know.
Well, you know what? It's not that bad. It kind of reminds me of breakfast.
It's snappy, crackly,
Snap, crackle, pop.
Gotcha. So this is a weird conversation to have, but I've always been curious of this and other people's thoughts. And you'd probably be a person to be honest about it, as opposed to other people who would probably lie, because it's very strange. So I work. And, a place where I go and I'm surrounded by, hundreds to theoretically thousands of people every day, because it's a hospital setting, a public place. People are in and out of there, like, all the time. So I see all different people, different ages, different, genders, races, religions, all that crazy stuff. I don't know how often you're out in public to see, like, big groups of people or whatnot, since you don't, like, work at an establishment outside of your house.
Yeah.
So whenever I sit in like meetings, especially with people that I've never met before, or a lot of people, I don't know why, I'm this weird individual who always starts to think and wonder, like, what people do outside of work. because I see everybody, the people I work with, or the big bosses and this and that, and I see them, and I'm just like, these people are. I know them from work, and that is all I know about these individuals. So I start to wonder, like, what do these people do when they get home from work? Are they the type of people who go home and they just start like
Jerking it.
like jerking it? Do they start like? Do they watch like what type of random TV shows do they watch? What is their nightly ritual? Do they go home and sit down with their family and watch TV? Do they like exercise? Do they have this thing where they always go to the store? Or do they go home and just like get mercilessly drunk every single night because they really like secretly hate their lives or whatnot? Because you don't talk to people at work about a lot of these things unless they're your close friends. But I also think about the fact, especially when you see the older or the overweight people, and I'm always like, I wonder how that person has sex. And it's always something that intrigues me, and not because I want to be having sex with that person, or when I'm saying, I wonder how they have sex, like not with me, I just mean with their circle, their family.
Right. Well, I hope they're not having sex with their family.
Well, their spouse, which there's a gaggle of witches here.
A gaggle. Is that what they? Is that the official?
I don't know. It is now the gaggle of witches. But I always wonder random things like that, or even things like you hear news stories all the time about like all of a sudden these people who had been the neighbors of somebody for years had been had people secretly hidden in their basement that they had a secret family with, and they were like chained to the wall, like that Ohio family a few years back.
Right.
And I just wonder, like, what is life like for some of these people, especially in those weirder, not necessarily like sexual per se, but in those type of like intimate situations. It's a curiosity thing in my mind, and I was wondering if I'm the only person that thinks random things like that, as opposed to just seeing somebody at work and never thinking about what they do outside.
No, I think everyone kind of thinks. I mean, to some degree, like what do you like when no one's looking?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Or not even when no one's looking, when you're in your normal element. Maybe you're a type of person who leaves work, puts on a mask because you go to these random swinger sex parties all the time.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? And nobody knows who you are.
Did you ever watch Alf whenever you were a kid?
Alf? Yes.
Yeah. Did you know?
Was he a swinger sex guy?
The guy, the dad, the wholesome dad on Alf?
Yeah.
He was. He would give homeless people lots and lots of heroin and have sex with them.
Really? I guess it's kind of like... No, I mean, that's not quite the same, so that's going to sound wrong, but like Bob Saget in a way, the wholesome family guy from,
right.
Full House, but he was really this raunchy
Yeah,
comedian.
first time you hear his like stand-up, you're like, whoa, hey, come on, calm down now.
Apparently, he wasn't sure about going into that role because he didn't think... Because he always apparently been like a raunchy, nasty stand-up comedian like that, and it was a weird role that they put him in for what his normal demeanor was.
Right.
But yeah, so I always like wonder random things like that, and it's because one of these days I'm gonna find like, there's gonna be some serial murderer that gets arrested, and it's gonna be somebody that I've known for years and had no idea that they were like that or capable of anything like that. And we did say this thing's on Jupiter, right? This next ore.
Yeah, palladium. Yeah, I found quite a bit of it.
Yeah, I've been through a ravine for a while and have not found.
Maybe you're the same
any
place
of
I've
that
already
stuff.
been. Ow.
And I guess the thing is, like, and it's weird too because I've had friends that have been into that type of thing, but I never even thought twice. Yes, into murder, so into like the weird like sex party type things, and I never even thought twice about it because they were a friend and I knew this like from the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think it's just a weird thing that the people that you just don't know if they would and how you would look at them differently. Well, differently good or differently bad, it doesn't really matter. But no matter what, everybody who's going to say, "Oh, I wouldn't look at you differently," yeah, you would. It's just whether it be an intriguing different or a disgusted difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's like when you find out like close friends of yours are like gay or something like that, and you never knew that. Not that it's a bad thing. You just were like, "Oh, I had no idea." That changes the perception, and not in a negative way,
Right.
but just in a completely. I don't know.
My best friend ended up being gay, actually, and he didn't tell me at first. He didn't tell me for years. I was at his house, and I was going.
And when my penis was in his mouth.
Yeah, it was just a bro job,
Yeah, that's what it
And
goes.
I was like, "Hey, man, you got anything you want to tell me?" No. I was at his house, and he had gone to work or something, and we had computer science together, and I was looking on his computer on his desktop. He had current programming projects was the name of the folder, and I was like, "Hey, what's he working on? Let's look at some of his programming." That was
all the gay porn.
It was all gay porn, and yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Well, this guy's into dudes, okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
no
never would have
longer
known. I
jealous at the bar.
never would have known. Like, it did not. It just. I mean, he always just seemed asexual, really. It just didn't seem like he never had any interest in anything that involved sex, and so I assumed, whatever his type was, just wasn't something that I'd seen. He had seen or whatever. But it was just that he wasn't comfortable telling people that he was gay, because it sucks that people are assholes like that.
Yeah.
But so like fast forward like 10 years where he finally does come out and he tells me, I'm like, yeah, I knew a long time ago.
I knew that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Or there's always the stories of those people who finally come out to like their friends and their family, and their family was like, I didn't realize that was a secret.
Right.
Type of deal. And they're like, oh, I've been like so afraid to tell you, and they're like, oh, we didn't think that you needed to. Like we thought you made it pretty obvious, type of deal.
Yeah. With him, it wasn't obvious, but it was still like, yeah. Like that. This doesn't change anything. You've been gay for me for a long time, or not gay for me, but
it actually used to be really helpful. Some friends of mine who were gay, but not the like your friend. I was somebody you wouldn't outwardly just like think is. They didn't have any of like the typical quote unquote tendencies that you would think about, especially when they were like good looking guys, because they would go to the bars and purposely go talk to women for like the guys that they were hanging out with, because for one, they weren't afraid of rejection because that's not what they were after anyway, but they knew that they were a type of attractiveness to the the women, and they could start a conversation and you had no worry that you were going to be like coming second best to them, because they were just doing it to help you out because they are not interested at all.
right. All right, I got some palladium. Putting it in the
I got
palladium.
very some. I got very some. I got very little. I got 6.
Got it going on here. Got it going on.
There's no dungeons or spawners or anything except for the boss, right?
Right.
Oh, we still need the schematic.
No, we don't. Do we?
Yeah, we do. We never found
On what?
the tier 6 dungeon.
On where? Where is that we
I don't
need it from?
I don't remember.
Saturn?
Whatever the last planet we were at was.
Saturn, then. Alright, so this palladium goes into here. Oh, which is now making those. Which
I mean, now it should be making like the tier 5s, and then you need
we have magnesium. So
you need your
put that-
mag.
my mag.
Your mag. And unfortunately, this is like we still have to get more palladium for the next rocket.
Right. Well, wait, did we lose a rocket?
No, but every tier
Right.
that you need. Oh, I guess just to get to the solar panels, we only need one more rocket.
Okay, so the
But that
crystals
only
are
gets
on a
us-
planet that we can get to with tier 6 rocket,
With the next rocket, yes.
which we can't actually make the tier 6 rocket. Is that where we're at?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to go, while you're getting more palladium, I'm going to go to Saturn and see if I can find... We never found a dungeon, right? At all?
No, we couldn't find it. We couldn't find the dungeon. Yeah, that was the problem.
Okay. But you looked it up, and it is on Saturn.
Yes, when I looked it up, it did say it was on there, and I can only trust the wiki because that's the only thing I would be able to trust. I have no other information to go on. There is. Okay, I'm finding more the deeper I go. This one brought me to Bedrock.
Yeah, I found quite a bit of bedrock on Jupiter, actually. It seems like it is down deeper. You're right. Oh shit, we're out of fucking shit.
Oh god, stop it, skeleton. Thank you. The skeleton, I killed one and he spawned like a little slime.
Oh yeah, that's the ectoplasm.
They spawn little slime?
Uh,
no, like he spawned like a magma slime. Not the little blue ones that fly away.
I see. Never mind.
Wait, red gem ore. Did you already find some of
Oh,
this?
did you find some of that?
I found a piece of red
God,
gem
I bet that
ore.
was what I was seeing, and I was thinking it was redstone and ignored it. Yeah, we need some of that for something. Some tier rocket. Maybe the tier 6.
Yeah, I remember we needed... I don't think for the tier 6. Well, I didn't look through all these things, though. Not for that. Not for that. Not for the... No, I don't think we need it for the tier 6 rocket.
Okay. We're going to need it for something. Oh, I think we needed it for the advanced refinery. I forgot we had ComputerCraft in this. Advanced refinery... No. No, we don't.
I'm trying to think, actually, could we do anything with ComputerCraft? We probably actually could have used ComputerCraft and programmed something that made the plates all for us. I guess not, because it's not crafting. It's still through the compressor.
Yeah, I was trying to think, is there a way to test for what's in this slot in a thing? I don't think there is. 'Cause if that was the case, then you could do that.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there's a test for in the slot. You could, in theory, test if the hopper had anything in it and kind of make it so you... Oh, no, I don't think that could even make it so you would not overfill the things.
How's your oxygen?
About a tank when I add the 2 up.
Okay. Just want to
Yeah,
make
I
sure.
filled
Mine
up
was
right before I
apparently mine was almost empty.
Whoa, 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 whoa! 3 creepers! What the hell?
A gaggle.
That's not a gaggle. Come on, that's only for witches. These are a gross.
So I fell asleep the other night on here as I was compressing stuff, and just at my desk.
Did you wake up dead?
No, I'm surprised though, because that whole zombie I died to. But I think that's why there's all these slimes out here now. I think because I woke up the next day and I came in here and I was still logged in, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize I'd still been logged in. So I woke up at my desk and just went to bed. There was tons of slimes outside, and I think a blood moon or something happened, or I don't know. There's a lot of slimes outside.
I still can't believe our little people picked up torches and stuff. 'Cause I didn't read that anywhere.
That's just what people said in the comments, and then I died to that zombie, so I believed it.
I mean, they could have just been a real elaborate prank. Such as the Donald Trump presidency. Hi, zombie.
You know, I thought I would have
Yes?
cared more, but and I guess
Some people definitely do.
yeah.
Not me, but I've dealt with a lot of people who are very upset and still don't really want to work and talk to people.
I mean, it is what it is, and there's nothing you can do to change it. Like, I guess I kind of lost faith in the system after Bernie lost. So
Oh, it was still this year? It took you that long to lose faith.
I mean, not I don't know. After Bernie lost, I kind of lost interest in the whole election, I guess is what I'm saying. So, I mean, I voted for Hillary, but I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, I think it's just I don't know. I've lost a lot of faith in the electoral process in general. Being the fact that we're a bipartisan system is just horrible to me.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that though.
Well, and I don't have any idea either. And obviously, most of America doesn't either. That's why we are a bipartisan system, and any independent candidates that actually do run in any of those parties lose miserably.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people are like, I've heard people say to me, that's why I've almost not wanted to say I voted for Hillary. People are like, well, you shouldn't have thrown your vote away on Hillary. You should have at least supported a third party to show they're viable. And it's like, my one vote isn't going to show that third party's viable. And if everyone says that, then it's never going to be viable. But, I mean, at the same time, like, it's just, let's just be honest, it's not viable. Like, things need to happen before it comes down to my one vote, like them being included in the debates and those sort of things. Like, that needs to happen before you're going to look to individuals like us and say you should have voted. I don't know.
No, I agree. The whole concept of two-party system to me, it baffles me, and that's why I look at whose election just happened over the summer. One of the European countries where there was like 30 different parties that were in the election together.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't remember what the hell country was that, because I used to watch a lot of stuff on the
Brazil?
Daily Show a lot.
I don't want to say a thing and then be wrong. I felt like it was Brazil, but I'm probably wrong.
Brazil's not in Europe. It doesn't mean
Oh yeah,
I'm right,
yeah,
though.
that's true. That's true. It's not in Europe, is it?
I could have sworn it was in Europe though,
Yeah.
but I could be not like thinking of that properly at all. It could have been Brazil, but I think that's says a lot more, because the problem that you run into with the whole two-party system is you basically force a candidate to. They might have an issue that you're really passionate about, but then issues that you might not agree with that party, you kind of force that candidate to take that stance because that's what their party stance is.
Yeah.
And I disagree with that concept.
I mean, I wonder how much of an actual Republican Donald Trump is, to be honest.
Well, and that's actually potentially really good, because I don't think he is. I think because isn't he the one that came out long before the primaries and said that even if he didn't get the Republican nomination, he was still going to run for president?
I don't know if he said that or not. He said a lot of stupid things, though, so who knows? Like, he said a lot of things that he didn't actually mean. He just says a lot of shit. It's really hard to keep track.
Yep, but he says them in a way that gets people's attention, and that was pretty much his whole campaign, was to make sure he said things to get people's attention.
I mean, I've read a lot of books about the Bush presidency and about how his inability to speak in an educated manner worked really well with
because
lower class people.
Well, and which is, and I completely like I've talked about this with you before. I hate people who use big words for the sake of using big words.
Yeah.
I want you to speak like a layman so that everybody, including myself, can understand you. Because even though I feel well educated, I also feel that if you say a word that I don't know and try to, like, for one, act like you're superior to me because you know a word that I didn't know or something like that, I just think that that's wrong. And I don't want to have to ask for clarification because you just used big grammar for the sake of using big grammar.
Oh, I don't disagree with that at all. I think, and again, we've had this conversation, I just don't like people that say words that don't even exist. Like bigly.
Was it Fred Durst a couple of years ago when he used the word agreeance? And it was a huge controversy for a while because people were saying what an idiot he was because it's not even a real word. And then it turns out it really is a real word. It's just very, very, very randomly used. And I'm pretty sure it was Fred Durst talking about,
I don't remember this event.
9/11, maybe, and talking about how we need to come together as a country and everybody's in agreement of that, or something along that line. And he got like ripped up and down a new one for being like improper English speaker and how he can't try to make political statements like that without using real grammar. And then people were like, oh, but actually that word does exist. It's in the dictionary. And it was the word agreeance for sure. I remember that for a fact. I just don't remember exactly what it was in relation to.
I remember a politician in South Carolina using the word niggardly. And
well, I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it doesn't mean what I think it does.
No, it doesn't. And he got into a lot of trouble.
Just because it sounds so similar to something that's such a bad thing to say contextually.
It means not generous is the definition of niggardly. And it doesn't have anything to do with race at all.
And he got in a lot of trouble because
Yes.
he used...
Yes,
I
because
mean,
people don't know what the word means.
Well, and I understand why he would. You'd think that somebody in that position would probably be smarter
Just
about
not
their
use
choice
that
of
word.
words and not use
Yeah.
something like that. But then at the same time, when you find out, and that's probably the problem is when people actually found out what the word was and what it meant and that it was actually right in his context and not racist at all, other people were probably like, oh, he's just lucky. He really did mean it negatively and it just happens to mean something. You know there's a
He
group
just
of
got
people
lucky.
that were... Yeah, you know there's a group of people who would, think that because... I don't know. People like to argue and get mad over things, just to get mad over things. The Trump thing, and I think that's a good thing for people to somewhat be upset about for a minute. and then move on with life. But it's also something that's going to drag on forever. Because as from now until the election, until he actually starts making any changes or anything that could be negative toward America, just you can. Everybody's going to talk, and nobody's going to really knows what's going to happen. Nobody has any idea what's going to happen yet.
I love the people that are standing outside the White House screaming at it. It's like, he's not even in there. Poor Obama. Leave the man alone. He's only got a little bit of time left. He don't need to hear you out there yelling at him.
Guys, here's his address.
Yeah, he's not in there.
I've got almost 2 stacks of the stupid palladium stuff
that'll
now.
be good. That'll be good, I think.
Well, for this rocket.
Yeah, sure, right. I also found a dungeon, so we got that.
Oh, nice. So I'm assuming in the next episode we have to go to Venus?
Yeah. Or Saturn, I don't know, whatever that
Saturn.
last one is. there's a dungeon waiting for us there, though. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys. See you there.